you just tell me why you're here?
I'm just tired of it all.
Okay. Anything specifically in particular?
I'm just trying to support our friends' rights, our rights. I hate that it's being ripped away from us, and I want to do anything we can to stop it because it's ridiculous.
Do you think this executive action to put all the people on USAID on administrative leave, is that infringing anyone's rights?
Well, yeah, it's a danger. It's a huge danger.
Fuck Elon Musk! 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 Fuck Elon Musk!
No, this is kind of small. It was huge earlier. The crowd is a good mix of religious figures, the LGBTQIA plus community, and just everyday people even coming down on lunch break. Seems to be an open mic for people to not complain, but to voice their resistance and voice their views about how the Constitution is being violated.
Let's kick ass! Let's kick ass! Let's kick ass! Let's kick ass!
Can you tell me why you're here today?
I'm here because the people need to pull and stand together and unite. We need to impeach Donald Trump and send Elon back to making drained, washed up robots.
So why do you want to impeach Donald Trump?
Because he's trying to get rid of democracy. He's trying to turn the United States into a, he's just trying to destroy the United States. He's trying to be a dictator. He's trying to run it like a dictatorship. He's trying to ruin everything and anything that America stands for that's good, that we fought for.
Is any one thing in particular that you can say?
Roe versus Wade. That's one thing. My body, my right.
All right, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Hey guys, can you tell me why you're here today? No? All right. Yeah, so why do you think Trump must go?
Why do I think Trump must go? Well, for one thing, he should have never been allowed to take office. He's committed insurrection against the United States. The fact that he was allowed to run and be inaugurated as president is a mockery of the Constitution and the rule of law. And obviously, since he's taken office, everything has been bad. Musk's taking over, compromising our systems, our data, our agencies, putting the livelihoods and lives of federal employees at risk. None of that is okay. So, all of the above.
How's he putting lives of federal employees at risk?
I mean, they've actually started doxing black employees of the federal government. They have been putting information out there that should not be publicized. And now they're talking about trying to get rid of people in the CIA and the FBI, which are, agencies that actually help keep our country safe and secure.
I feel that this administration is attacking our Constitution and our democracy and, making it illegal to be human in some respects and making it an extremely dangerous place to live in the United States. I'm worried that we are repeating extremely dangerous patterns of history, and I want to let my voice be heard in a very peaceful way that I don't want to see this happen.
Well, I mean, you mentioned the administration is making it so that humans are illegal. Can you tell me how?
Things like with the repeal of DEI and the attack on DEI for federal workers, I think that not only dehumanizes things like the LGBTQIA plus community, I think it also dehumanizes people of color, women. It makes it more difficult to hire anybody who doesn't fit the standard wealthy white male pattern.
I think we're witnessing the erosion in real time of our democracy.
You want to tell me why you're here today?
Sure. I just feel like everything going on is super unfair. I feel like we're not represented as a people at all. And I feel like we're using marginalized people as a scapegoat when we should be focusing on the bigger problem, which is billionaires hoarding all of the resources. And that's how I feel.
Our checks and balance system doesn't work when every party is run by these radicalist thoughts of America and this right-wing agenda to kind of change everything that our country was built on.
What do you think is the right-wing agenda?
By right-wing agenda, I'm mainly referring to this mass move to kind of get this huge population of people who have very much become accustomed to America and into America, and families who have had children in America who have had U.S. citizenship that is now trying to change and deport back to home countries when ultimately we are all here from another country.
Yeah, I mean, so many things happening that need to be pushed back on. Obviously, the takeover of the government by Elon Musk, unelected official and billionaire. Trump's executive orders that basically are attack on our democracy and our country.
Can you explain how one is an attack on democracy?
I'm good.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Can I get your comment on why you're here? Like, any lies in particular?
Not in particular, just kind of everything. This is actually a sign from a previous protest in his first administration, so it's still applies. Yeah, it still applies.
Recently, the CIA came out and they said that COVID did come from a lab. They said it's likely. And you may recall, Trump said it had come from a lab, and people called him like liar for that.
Well, we're always going to get some things wrong, but so many things he said were clearly lies. I mean, there's something like that. Like, I haven't heard that, so I can't even evaluate that one. But yeah, there's so many things that are obvious lies, or things that have been found out. Even maybe something wasn't obvious at the time, we still find things out. So.
Can you give me like any one lie in particular that irks you?
Probably not without reminders, but some is just the simple things like he thinks that you need to buy an ID to buy a loaf of bread. Now that's not quite a political lie, but it's one of the things where people just don't. Who thinks that? Someone who doesn't know how grocery stores work. So that's not a good example for that.
Divided we fall. United we stand. Divided we fall.
Yeah, I don't have a list of them right now, so I can't think of them. But just over time, there've been plenty. I mean, remember was it the Washington Post was the one that documented 30,000 lies during his first administration. So that's people who paid attention, did the fact checking, and ranked those.
I remember that. The one thing that I found interesting is why did they stop doing that for the Biden administration? They didn't stop fact checking, but they had a tally. They stopped the tally for Biden. That's what I meant.
Because it wasn't so egregious. I mean, they probably just reported, okay, this thing happened today. This part's accurate. This part's not. With Trump, it was so egregious. Someone probably got the idea. I'm just guessing, but probably got the let's count. Like it was like words. So many lies and so many lies in so many sentences. Again, I don't know I can't give you a specific example. It's been a while.
Why are you here today?
I'd say I'm here for my wife. I think that women's rights are very important. I'm also here for the government assistant rights for people that are on EBT. I myself worked in a grocery store for a long time, and I met a lot of people who were on EBT. And Jimmy Carter is the one that implemented that. And I just feel like it's kind of a slap in the face that right after he died, there was a pause on EBT that helps a lot of people here.
So this new administration put a pause on EBT?
Yeah, they put a pause on a lot of federal assistance regarding FAFSA, which she is on. I myself, I'm fortunate enough to have a GI Bill, but her education isn't secured because, they put a pause on it. I don't know, I haven't checked on it recently to see when they will be reinstating it, but it gives me a reason to be here.
Can you tell me why you're here today?
Because this shit going on right now is destroying this nation, destroying the people in it, and I'm here to support be an ally, and to support my friends and family that are going through the shit that they're going through. And as a Hispanic, we have our own issues in our own communities that are being destroyed by the deportations.
I have a partner who's a public school teacher in a Title I school. 40 of her students didn't show up to school, like in the whole school, 40 kids did not show up on Friday. they might not come back.
How would kids not showing up be related to the Trump administration?
Immigration and deportations. Yeah. It was about 5 or 6 students per class, per classroom on average, and the majority of them are South American.
You want to tell me why you're here today?
Well, I work for the federal government, so I feel like I am in the direct line of fire of everything that's happening. So I'm here to represent other federal employees having to deal with this. Getting those emails, it just feels like the job that I took was to fulfill me, and it feels like it just doesn't matter anymore. So that's why I'm here, is to remind them that we still matter.
One thing in particular I care about a lot is immigration policies that are happening as of recent. I also am really passionate about like queer issues.
What has the administration done that's affected or threatening gay communities?
So currently, like if you're applying for like your passports and stuff like that, like there's issues with trans people getting it
Because they won't pick one.
because they won't identify the X gender and stuff like that, which is fucked up.
Any thoughts? Just why are you here today?
I'm just here to support everybody, support freedom, support everybody's right to do whatever anybody wants to do, really.
Cool. Well, what if they want to dismantle USAID?
Well, no, but that's why we're here for sure.
Propaganda is spread every day on Fox News, OANN, Newsmax, and right-wing pundits.
What channels would you recommend that aren't propaganda?
I would recommend mainstream media. Do any of them. I spent 20 years, 40 years in government. Most of it was classified information. That's why I know that you can't just take it home with you. And Trump says, well, they gave it to me. But I'll tell you, Rosenbergs were executed for the very same behavior. They sold nuclear secrets to Russia. They did it.
Well, but that's different, right?
No, it's completely the same.
Selling it to another country? That's different, right?
No, Trump did that. He gave it to Russia. He gave it to Australia. He gave it to Saudi Arabia. What do you think he did with it? He didn't keep it at home. He certainly probably hasn't.
Well, isn't that where they found it?
Yes, he took it to his home. But he doesn't read, so, Yeah.
Elon Musk! Elon Musk! Elon Musk!
Asshole!
Elon Musk!
Asshole!
Elon Musk!
Asshole!
Elon Musk! Donald Trump! We're all here because we love Donald Trump! All of us!
It just got interesting.
All of us love Donald Trump!
No, we don't!
So what are you guys here for today? And one thing in particular?
Specifically for myself, the fight against fascism. So being able to see pattern recognition and what this government and what specifically Donald Trump is trying to enforce in a very fast amount of time is something I'm not okay with. It's very scary. So just trying to voice to others and to others who already feel this way, but some who don't, that these are huge concerns that should not be taken lightly. So just trying to get out and speak to anyone we can while we're walking down here.
Can you give me one example of like how?
Sure, absolutely. I would say probably saluting twice, the Nazi salute from Elon. Now I know specifically you could say that's not technically tied to Trump, however, they are butt buddies. So I would say it goes hand in hand with just the whole, we don't want criminals here, we want to get rid of the illegal criminals. However, we just elected a felon rapist into presidency. So if you don't step in that hypocrisy, I don't know if you'll ever get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are you here for today?
I am, same thing, here to educate myself, educate people around me. I myself am bisexual, so I'm here to advocate for gay rights. Trans people are not invisible, you're never gonna get rid of us. Queers are here to stay, we've been here, we've been absolutely sleeping with your wives for our entire lives, so we're not going anywhere. As much as you would like to make us invisible and shut us up, it's never gonna happen. I'm also here to advocate for women's rights in general. As someone who can't have children myself and has had a really hard time in the healthcare system trying to find healthcare that will provide to me, I'm trying to make sure that other women here have access to healthcare like everyone else in the country and in this world should. Absolutely. Everyone deserves a basic human right to be taken care of.
Is the Trump administration trying to end?
I mean, as far as like, there's currently a federal abortion ban in office right now that's going through that they're voting on. So I, as much as people want to say that it's up to the states, I don't think white men should be voting on my vagina. So.
All right. But black men could?
None. No men. No uterus. No opinion.